Hello everyone, Fred here. In this installment of TPP Dynamite, I'm going to be explaining why Chris Evans should not play Hydra Supreme or Captain Hydra or whichever in Avengers Doomsday. First things first though, if you haven't already, let me encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I'm currently at 480 subscribers and am really trying to make it to 500 by the end of this year. I post film, book, and TV series reviews. I do opinion pieces on entertainment, news, and affairs. I'm also an author of adult and young adult mystery novels. I recently released a new short mystery called The Intruder. There's a link to it in my video description below, and I encourage you to check it out as well. With that in mind, and without further ado, I'm going to just jump right into it. So Disney Marvel has just announced that Chris Evans will be returning to the MCU for Avengers Doomsday, finally confirming in part rumors that have been circling since the Marvels tanked that Panic Studio executives wanted him and Robert Downey Jr. back in the MCU to rehabilitate the brand in the eyes of fans. Now, it's still unknown exactly which character Chris Evans will be playing in Avengers Doomsday, though at least one trusted industry insider named Jeff Snyder is claiming that the character will be Nomad. And I always take reports like this with a few grains of salt because first, they're not coming from Disney Marvel itself, and second, they usually seem to conveniently confirm things that fans already wanted to hear. But all the same, seeing this report just got me to thinking that whichever character Chris Evans will ultimately be playing in Avengers Doomsday, I hope against hope that it will not be the alternate universe Hydra Supreme or Captain Hydra or whatever other clever title the MCU might use to adapt that infamous and polarizing Nick Spencer run of Captain America comics. Disney Marvel has already ruined the legacy of the MCU's Captain America by following up Chris Evans' Captain America trilogy, his solid appearances in 4 Avengers films, and his strong send-off at the end of Avengers Endgame by having the character pass the Captain America mantle to Falcon, which was the absolute wrong choice. Then Disney Marvel ruined that legacy even more with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a show that portrayed Sam Wilson acting as the new Captain America as a petulant preacher whose greatest superpower is being black, who ignores the Winter Soldier's trauma and arrogantly refers to him as privileged just because he's white, who literally praises a murdering terrorist organization on national television, and who disrespects the United States and United Nations just because they want to give people who return to life after the undoing of Thanos' snap the homes and properties that were theirs before they ceased to exist. Now, Disney Marvel looks poised to ruin that legacy once more with Captain America Brave New World, a movie that's reportedly one of the worst Marvel projects made in recent history, despite being shot at least twice and enduring roughly 3 more rounds of less extensive reshoots. The only good thing left of the MCU's Captain America brand is the character of Captain America himself, as portrayed by Chris Evans as he lives on in the minds of MCU fans. And if Disney Marvel casts Chris Evans as Hydra Supreme in Avengers Doomsday, I am all but certain that the company will just ruin the character as well. And I do think that for 3 reasons. First, I tend to think that audience reaction to a comic book storyline is generally going to mirror audience reaction to that storyline's adaptation in live action or animation. And that Nick Spencer Captain America / Hydra Supreme run, which was pretty much just a cheap ploy to prop up Sam Wilson's underperforming Captain America at the cost of the legacy of Steve Rogers' more beloved Captain America, generally did not perform well financially or in the minds of most members of the target audience, which makes me suspect that most MCU fans would not take very well to its adaptation on screen. Second, bringing Chris Evans back as essentially an evil Captain America for what'll probably be his last appearance in the role will do nothing but ruin people's good memories of the character of Captain America as portrayed by Chris Evans from Avengers Endgame. Third, and perhaps most importantly, given Disney Marvel's current agenda, I can already predict exactly the kind of story Avengers Doomsday probably would tell with Chris Evans as Hydra Supreme, and that would be an even bigger stain on Chris Evans' character as Captain America in the MCU. because I can already predict that the movie Avengers Doomsday, if it goes that direction, will portray Chris Evans' Hydra Steve as some sort of adversary to Sam Wilson's Captain America. Sam will inevitably have to fight Hydra Steve, and because the MCU is doing its level best right now to sell fans and audiences on Sam Wilson as the one true best Captain America, Sam will naturally defeat Hydra Steve in combat. Never mind that should be impossible, because Sam is nothing but a mid-40s human being with a flight suit who's lost fights to other ordinary human beings in the past in the MCU, like the Dora Milaje, Crossbones, and even Ant-Man, while Steve is a literal super soldier with leagues more combat experience than Sam. Then, though, because Disney Marvel can't get past pitching this foolishness that Sam is the one true best Captain America, the movie will have Sam actually talk Hydra Steve over to the side of righteousness with probably some sort of inspirational speech or another that'll get Hydra Steve to see the light, and that'll be played up as a joke when Sam talks about how he's giving a speech just like the old Captain America used to. A climactic portion of the movie will have Sam and Hydra Steve fight the good fight alongside each other, shield to shield, against, I don't know, maybe Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom, or maybe some other major antagonist. So we can technically have a double Captain America team up on screen just to get the attention of the internet fanboys who long for cinematic moments like that. And then at the end, maybe Hydra Steve will die, saving Sam's life, or maybe Hydra Steve will just go back to his own universe as a man changed and made more heroic by his time with Sam. But before he does, he will give Sam some kind of heartfelt speech about how Sam's Steve Rogers made the right choice by giving Sam the shield, and how Sam really is the greatest Captain America of any universe. And as far as I'm concerned, that really would be the moment in the MCU that anything remotely resembling the Captain America brand truly died. Because with the legacy of the MCU's Steve Rogers Captain America already ruined, that moment would also be the ruin of Steve Rogers' character as Captain America as portrayed by Chris Evans. Now, I liked the funny, clever way that the Russo brothers and the screenwriters on Avengers Endgame managed to tip their hats to that whole Hydra Supreme storyline, with having Steve Rogers pretend like he was a Hydra agent to get Loki's scepter from Jasper Sitwell. But that's as close as the MCU should come to adapting that storyline for Captain America in any capacity, especially now, when the studio and the Captain America brand are already in such a precarious position with fans and audiences. And that's why I really hope that Disney Marvel doesn't go there with Avengers Doomsday. But as always, that's just my opinion. Let me know yours. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Are your feelings more complex? Sound off in the comments section below and let me know what you think. Meanwhile, if you like this video and made it this far, don't forget to leave a like, click subscribe, ring that bell, and hey, follow me on social media as well. So long.